put it through the machine. So one thing I do suggest is get an old tablecloth or a sheet or anything over the area where you're going to throw your pasta, because it is a lot easier to maneuver it, pick it up when it's partially dry or when it's ready to be stored away. Also to note, never actually do pasta if there's high humidity or it's raining, because it will take longer to dry. So dry weather, hot weather is good because it'll dry up faster, and you want it to be dry that it actually is crinkly and breaks in your hand. So we are now ready to start. So you just cut a little piece at a time, because you don't want any of it to dry up, and you pack that away like before. You open up your piece. Always have your farina close by. You can also use a rolling pin at this stage. I just use my fingers, as you can see. Right. I've put it on number 7 because that is the thickest that I want it to be. Yeah. And you just roll your pasta through. Now, as you can, you just dust it. You can do it, fold it and do it again if you want, or you can just adjust it to the next. And feed the pasta through. Dust it again and repeat this all the way till you get it to as fine as you want. If it gets too long for you to handle like that, all you need to do is get your 83 knife, cut it in half, right, decrease it again. So now we are on to number 1. And there you go. So if you were doing lasagna now, you would continue to do the whole lot like that, doing a few sheets at a time. You should have your bechamel and sauce or ragu sauce ready. So then all you do is start laying your cooked pasta, partially cooked pasta, and put your bechamel and ragu sauce, and then pasta, and just continue those layers. Now I'm going to show you how to do your fettuccine. So all you need to do is just go on to the next one like that. Again, if it's too long for you to handle, you can actually cut it. Now I pick it up from here, I put it in my palm. And then what I do is I start creating little piles of pasta. As soon as I do that, I dust it and I let it dry. Cut it in half and do my next. Again, use my palm just to cut it, just to catch it. And dust it. Now, if you want to do the vermicelli, you just go on to the next one and you repeat that process. Simple as that. So put it in. Open it up a bit so it dries up faster. Dust it. So there you go. And then just repeat that. Smaller portions are easier to handle and it doesn't dry out. And just continue doing that through the machine. So start with 7, go all the way down to either 2 or 1. It depends on how thin you want it. And remember, after each one, dust it. If the sheets get too long, cut them in half. And like I said, there's no right or there's no wrong. You have to feel comfortable, and certain things that work for me may not work for you, but you will pick up things that you would say, well, I'm going to try it like that this way. So that's it, how to do your homemade pasta. Right, so this is how much we had managed to do out of that 1 egg, 2 cups of flour and a little bit of water. There is no wastage whatsoever. This is what's actually come up from the bottom of the machine or whatever, and they're called maltagliati. You can actually just throw them in there as well. So that's what's left out of the flour, the bag of flour. Now, storage is very, very important. I tend to have big, large Tupperware containers, which are airtight. And I just store them in my pantry or on top of the fridge, and they are good for easy 4 to 6 months without having to them going off. To cook it, remember that it is pasta l'uovo, so it's egg pasta, so it will cook very, very fast in boiling water. Use your pot. Normal amount of water in the pot, add salt. Also, if you want, add a little bit of oil in the water, so when they are bubbling in the boiling water, they are not sticking together. And when you do throw them in, they'll be ready 1 to 3 minutes. Taste it to see what texture you like your pasta to be. And I hope that you've enjoyed watching me make my Nonna's homemade pasta or pasta a casa. Thank you.